I was thinking about the luck involved in the formation of the development and growth of the United States of America. And when I say luck, I don't mean in the I guess definition sense, because in essence I don't believe there's such thing as luck or unluck, being unlucky. What I mean is that in any all situations, instances, so on and so forth, there is the ability or chance to be and the ability and chance not to be. So, in all the things that occurred with the growth of the United States, there were things that could have occurred that was opposite of what did occur. When you think about, that initial formation and how there's the lack of instant communication. You had to travel by horseback or wagon or walking for days and months. Then you had a little bit of the telegraph system, the Morse code. When you think of all that took place, going through the wars, once again, there's all those things that did happen, and there was one of those things that could have happened that didn't happen. And it's because of those things that did happen that the United States was able to ultimately stay together and grow and become the quote-unquote superpower that it is today. Now, there are those who that will say it's because of God. Is the United States is a blessed country. It was divinely inspired and guided and things of that nature. But the thing is, if you really examine the United States, if you examine the history, within those things that did happen was a lot of death, a lot of destruction, a lot of oppression. Thus, those things that didn't happen was a lack of death, a lack of destruction, a lack of oppression. The United States was built upon the back of death and destruction and oppression. It came to might, to glory upon the back of death and destruction and oppression. So the question is, this quote-unquote superpower that exists today. The question is the justness, the righteousness of it. And in that it was able to sustain itself. It did so by way of ways and means that can be viewed as being unjust and unrighteous. And if one comes to power under such ways and means, then would I not make that entity the nature of its ways and means to gain power? One can hold that if it didn't do this, that the United States would have fallen apart. Well, guess you're going to ask if that would have been okay. If the United States would have fallen, would not have sustained itself, if if it constantly tried to do the just and righteous thing. If it didn't sustain and propagate slavery, if it didn't do the things it did to the Native Americans, and so on and so forth, we might have fallen, and maybe one could have then justly said, well, it was a nation trying to do great things in a just and righteous way. And this great nation does fail because it was in a world of unjustness, unrighteousness. Just some thoughts.